mean, she seemed like she liked him, and
Right,
turned
that was
around
confusing.
and had somebody else in her life.
It made
It's
you
like,
think
wait,
that,
why
yeah.
was she like leading him on, or maybe she's just being friendly? But
That's the story of his life.
But yeah, like he just
Literally. Yeah.
I know that's what it is.
Welcome to Holiday Film Countdown. I'm Jamie Walter, and today we are going to New England.
That's right. This movie is The Holdovers, our 16th ranked holiday film. Hello, I'm Tim Walter. The 60s and 70s all but ignored Christmas movies, so we retroactively had to make one. And guess what? It's a really, really good one.
Our first guest is Kristen Barker. Hi, Kristen. Please let us know what you're drinking and give us a quick thought on The Holdovers.
Well, we are drinking a Frank Millet Sancerre, a Sauvignon Blanc. And yeah, no, I'm still digesting that movie. It's probably a very depressing Christmas movie, but there were some highlights in there that tried to lift the spirits. So,
Yep, I agree.
All right, and our other guest is Matt Barker. Hey, Matt, what are you drinking? And what's your initial thought on The Holdovers?
Hey, Tim. Hey, Jamie. Thanks for having me. I'm drinking a Sancerre with Kristen from Domaine Frank Millet. It's delightful, light, fresh, from French Country Wines. The movie was a very well-made movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I would watch it again, and I don't really watch a lot of movies over, so it's pretty deep. It was a deep movie.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was deep.
Yeah,
I'm also drinking a Sancerre. Did I say it right?
you did.
From French Country Wines. And my quick thought on the film is, I think I have to go with the same word as Matt, deep. Is that what you said, Matt?
Yeah.
Very deep.
And I'm also drinking the Sancerre, new one to me, and it's delicious. And this film is ranked where it is in the countdown because, well, it's just so well made. We need these in the mix. And we've had actors before who have won Oscars for their roles in other films, but this is the first time that an actor won an Oscar for their role in the film we're covering.
The Holdovers was released in 2023. It was written by David Hemming's son. This film was directed by Alexander Payne, and he has been nominated for Academy Award for Best Director 3 times.
Yes, Alexander Payne was nominated as Best Director for the films Sideways, The Descendants, and Nebraska. However, he was not nominated for this film, The Holdovers. But this film did receive 5 Academy Award nominations in other categories. We will discuss these accolades more later. Both interior and exterior filming of The Holdovers was on location in Massachusetts, including scenes at different prep schools and theaters. The Holdovers stars Paul Giamatti, Divine Joy Randolph, and Dominic Sessa. We will discuss these actors and others, plus the characters, in depth later.
Kristen, what is your history with The Holdovers?
I do remember them being nominated for an Academy, and I think I wanted to watch it and never had a chance. I thought I had seen it, but I did not.
So tonight was your
Yeah,
first
it was
night?
the first time I saw it.
Okay. So we kind of thought coming in, but then we realized
Yeah, I
we
thought I
not
had seen it, but I know. Maybe it was the storyline. Reminded me of another movie.
How about you, Matt? What's your history with The Holdovers?
I'd wanted to watch it, so it was great that we got to do it tonight. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, first time.
Great. It's a little longer, so you kind of have to set some time aside, but
Yeah,
well worth it.
definitely.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen it until we were watching it for this countdown. So this was my second time to see it tonight. That's my history.
Same exact here. We watched it last summer as we were screening films for this.
All right, let's check out the trailer.
There'll be just one boy holding over this Christmas. Please, at least pretend to be a human being.
Mr. Hunnam isn't easy to like,
Do you think I want to be babysitting you? I could have been spending the rest of my vacation reading mystery novels.
but the New York Times, Vanity Fair, Entertainment Weekly, and top critics everywhere are falling in love with The Holdovers.
That's an attention! I thought all the Nazis were hiding in Argentina. Stifle it, Tully.
Director Alexander Payne reunites with Paul Giamatti for the first time since Sideways, and the result is pure movie magic.
Hey there, handsome. You want a date?
We're finally getting to the good stuff.
It's a perfect 10.
I think you're erratic and belligerent.
Are you trying to look down my shirt?
No. Yes, but you've got time to turn things around. Yeah, I was going to tell you the same thing.
The Holdovers.
All right, what did we think of the trailer? What do you think, Kristen?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good summary of the movie. I think highlighted some of the funny parts.
Mm-hmm.
And probably stayed away from some of the more serious subjects, maybe. Made it look like it was, I don't know, a little more entertaining and kind of funnier. I don't know. I think I walked away thinking that there's so many sad things about the holidays, too, watching that movie.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, but other people can bring happiness to strangers. Anyway, I think the trailer was a good highlight of some of the funnier moments.
What did you think of it, Matt?
I thought it covered the movie well. It's catchy, good music background.
Does it bring you in? You want to be there?
Definitely. And that's what made me want to watch the movie, seeing those.
All right, I felt like it was a little long. They could have left out a little bit of of the points, but for the most part, it was good.
Yeah, it is a long movie.
It is.
Long trailer. I agree with Kristen that it seemed like more of a comedy based upon the trailer. It's a pretty serious movie, though.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the numbers. The Holdovers grossed $20 million at the U.S. box office and $25 million internationally for a worldwide box office total of $45 million. This film cost $13 million to make, so the profit was around $32 million. And let's do more numbers. Starting with the number 2. 2, which is how many takes it took actor Dominic Sessa, the young star of this film, to get down the process of dialing a 1970s-style rotary phone. He had never touched one before. The number 5, that's the number of different Massachusetts prep schools used as filming locations for the Holdovers. Our next number is 32. That's the total number of prep schools in Massachusetts, present day, that are boarding schools. And finally, number 47. That's the number of years that the Newlywed Game was on the air, from 1966 until 2013. And it was featured prominently in this film.
Wow.
Finally, The Holdovers has a score of 4.2 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and we'll all give our own reviews and scores later on. So what do y'all think of those figures? Anything catch your attention?
Didn't realize movies made that much money. I thought they paid the actors a lot, cost a lot to film. That's a pretty good margin.
Yeah, they tripled their money.
It's a good return. It means it was well received at the box office. People showed up, told people about it.
Yeah, 13 million seems a little low.
It does.
The soundtrack, which we'll get into later, is very robust. They spent some money on some music rights for this film.
Yeah.
So,
I was
Interesting.
surprised that they used 5 boarding schools. I guess some of those rooms, like the gym, maybe they were at different schools. But 5 seems like a lot,
they
right?
had to put it together.
I mean, I get a couple, but
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Well, they had a chapel, a kind of an assembly hall, a big dining hall. So they just probably had to work with the best from each school they could find.
Right. I'm sure that's what they
But
did.
still, I agree, it's a large number. I mean, you
It's
could
a
do
lot
it
of
with
work.
2 or 3, I would
Right.
think, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Especially
So
for
they-
13
It was
million
like
again.
5. Wow.
Hey, well, at least they just stayed in Massachusetts, so it wasn't that expensive to move around and film.
Yeah, but you don't have the expensive, special effects or CGI here. They're
True.
just using the props of the schools, which keeps the budget down.
Yep.
And it wasn't like they had top-of-the-line actors. They had good actors, but so the pay wasn't overwhelming.
Agreed.
They were
Not
s-
big
they was-
names, not
they,
a bunch of
they
big
were
names
smart.
here.
They were smart to do that.
And yet we got an academy out of it. It's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it made it
Speaks a
more
lot.
more authentic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Real people,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. They all look like real people.
right?
Well, how do we feel that the movie did getting us into the holiday spirit?
As far as the decorations and the tropes.
Yeah.
Well, I love the snowy beginning that set the scene for the holidays.
Yeah, for me, the props didn't do much to get me in the spirit. It was the message of the
Yeah.
movie of don't be alone. And it's not about the material things. It's about who you're with and love and sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. In this film, there really weren't a whole lot of decorations at all. In fact, the one tree they had, they took it away. They resold it back to them. So it was
They
like,
took away all the
It was-
That
trinkets.
was tree
right?
number 1. And then tree number 2 was a space age tree at the party,
True.
celebrating
Yeah.
the moon landing.
Right.
yeah,
It's kind of silver and blue or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
Yep.
But
And
then
then-
they got another one at the end. They brought number 3 back.
That's
That
right.
was it was funny when they first showed it. It was tilted, like really tilted.
Tilted Christmas.
Yeah, with no Christmas decorations, though.
Right.
But then they got some.
But it's not like a boarding school. I think people have the impression of kind of that dull, old, traditional, they don't decorate and put Christmas lights on boarding schools. This is not
True.
Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation.
Right.
So that it really wouldn't have a lot of props.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
expect it, right?
No.
Yeah,
That's
right.
because most of the kids aren't there for Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
There's
these
that.
poor souls.
Yeah.
There's that.
They figured out how to resell the Christmas tree. Got to give credit for that. They must be hard up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they mentioned they had to pass that senator's child because of the financial situation of the schools. So.
That's right. That's right.
What about, so I definitely saw cookies.
Yes.
They had mistletoe.
Great mistletoe. It actually prompted action.
Yeah, he got a kiss out of it. That was one of the highlights, I think, for his Christmas.
The only Santa we saw was the one in the bar, right?
With a red nose like
Yeah.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
And red cheeks and red everything. That poor guy.
Perhaps
Yeah.
drinking too much.
He was drinking
Drunk Santa.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR, at the bowling alley. And then we had serious snow, real snow. They were blessed. Reading the notes beforehand, I saw that they had a major snowstorm come through as they were beginning to film. So that was all real.
They were lucky. Saving a few million and having to recreate it probably.
Nice and deep.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was good, thick snow.
Probably amongst the best we've seen in our countdown.
Yeah.
And that's probably what made it more of a Christmas movie. Was the setting, maybe?
Yeah, cooled us off. I felt cool
as
in
far
there.
as trinkets or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the characters and actors. So we have Paul, played by Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is the son of Bart Giamatti, who is a former commissioner of Major League Baseball way back when. He's the one who suspended Pete Rose. So just a note there. Paul Giamatti is super prolific. He has 50 plus film roles, has appeared in over 30 television shows, and also has numerous live theater credits. He is best known for the films Sideways, 12 Years a Slave, and this film, The Holdovers. He also had a very successful run of 7 years on the Showtime series Billions. But beyond all that, and his 2 Academy Award nominations, we know him best for appearing in our 50th ranked holiday film, Fred Claus, where he played Vince Vaughn's brother, who happened to be Santa Claus. So what'd y'all think of Paul Giamatti in this? And we have to talk about his eyes.
Definitely.
I mean, I thought he did a really great job playing this role. He seemed very authentic to the character. And of course, those eyes were doing us in. We were talking about it as the movie was going. Wait, wasn't it the other eye that was going off? They kept switching.
Yeah.
So that was a prosthetic contact lens to
And they
create
kept
that
moving
effect.
it between eyeballs to keep us interested, I guess.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's amazing that wouldn't interfere.
And yet it became a theme of the movie, like, what eye am I supposed to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Kept
no,
us
he did a
awake.
great job as an actor. Was very genuine in that role.
Yeah, I
He did
agree.
a great job.
Terrific acting job. The fact that, to me, he was sort of alone and bitter at the world at what had happened to him, and how he, through the acting, took it out on the boys. Like, you could see that anger and bitterness at the world, like he got a raw deal.
Yeah.
That's true acting, when you can see that sort of thing happen, right? So
He's
that was
convincing.
very convincing. And everything, his whole body language, his walk, his stance, everything was, I mean, remarkable, I thought.
Yeah.
He must have loved the way the character was written because you could tell he really threw himself into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was not nominated for this film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
I mean, we'd have to look at who else was that year. It must have just been that kind of a year because he was great.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to go on to Angus, the boy, played by Dominic Sessa. He's still very young, just getting going in his career, and has very few acting credits so far. But I did see he has a few in production and ready for release in coming months. But here's a great backstory for this film. Dominic Sessa was a financial aid student at Deerfield Academy, a prep school in Massachusetts. In their theater program, and Deerfield is one of those 5 aforementioned prep schools acting as locations for this film. He was one of 12 who answered an open audition call at Deerfield Academy for this part, and he got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing because you would never know, at least I wouldn't think, that this was his first major role, that he really doesn't have any experience acting in a film prior to this, because I felt like he did a great job. You kind of hated him, but then you felt sorry for him. You kind of wanted to take him in under your wing. Like, he gave you a lot of different feels, I feel like.
I mean, come on, someone hug the kid, right?
I know.
Jeez,
Poor kid.
Just, okay,
Wow.
come to my house. I'll take you.
We'll take him.
I'll take you.
Yeah. No, yeah, he did a good job.
So, how old is he, did you say?
He was 17.
He was 17 playing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Playing a 17-year-old. That is very unusual in movies, especially for the male parts. It's usually a 24-year-old playing an 18-year-old.
Right.
The young men in these films, teen films, are usually much older than the roles they play.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he did such a good job. He's just playing
He was
where
playing
he's at in
himself,
life.
right, that's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, he played
That's right.
himself essentially, except for the storyline maybe,
Yeah, except
but
for
I
the
mean,
storyline.
his phase of life.
Right.
Yeah, you could see the immaturity. And
Yeah.
it wasn't putting on. It was, hey, my frontal lobe is not here yet.
Right,
know?
I guess so.
I
Just
agree.
still
Playing
do
on
stupid
that.
stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Our next main star, clearly, is Divine Joy Randolph, who plays Mary. Her first big role was Oda Mae Brown in Ghost on Broadway. That's Whoopi Goldberg's part in the movie. She has over a dozen film credits. With this, her role as Mary in The Holdovers being her most successful role by far, because she won the 2023 Best Supporting Actress Oscar for this role. She has also appeared in numerous TV shows, including This Is Us, Empire, and currently on the highly successful Hulu series Only Murders in the Building. Also, she appears in one of our holiday film countdown honorable mentions, Office Christmas Party with Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston from 2016. So what do we think of her?
Well, I just love her. I mean, that scene in the kitchen when they're at the Christmas party of the other coworker, I felt her pain. Like, it's weird for me to even think she was acting because she really captured the pain of loss. And that scene got me both times that I watched this
Yeah,
film. I'm
yeah,
like,
you feel
wow,
for her.
you really do.
Just the pain around the holidays, and
Yes. Well, she's just breaking down.
it just was the reality hit her.
And they're wanting to comfort her, and she's like, get away from me, like knowing that nothing you can do can help me. You know, it's like
Yeah.
nothing can take that pain away, right?
But then she came out of it so quickly, too.
Yeah, she was just having a moment.
She was having a moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol-induced moment.
Yeah,
right.
true.
Right, and then she came back and said, but we need to take care of this boy. Remember
Right.
that?
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking, like when
Being-
she told
still
him,
being
well,
maternal.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to get your head together here.
Right.
He needs help.
I mean, that scene in the kitchen that Jamie mentioned, that's your Oscar clincher right there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Where everyone feels it.
I could
right
see
in
it
your
coming
gut.
too. You're like, all right, this is going to be the one, the scene
Yeah.
that she wins with.
Because like 2.5 minutes earlier, she's playing records and she's kind of having a light moment with the other coworker, and you're like, okay, this is a fun party, and she's escaping her misery from a moment and being with others, and then bam,
Yeah.
there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also, too, when they have the, I guess, lunch and dinners together at the table with the other students, just a little like,
Yes.
or sound that she would do with like maybe a little side-eyed motion. You just could pick up on what she was trying to say. She didn't even have to say a word, right? She was really good at just getting her point and the point, I guess, of her character through without even having to say the words. You could see it on her face.
Expressions, her expressions
Yeah, her
were
facial expressions.
amazing. Yeah, I agree. Body language, too. Mm-hmm. They like that.
I love it.
Did we have any other favorite characters here? Anyone step up and steal a little bit of the show?
I mean, you think about the kid with the red face at the end. It's just like he got what he had coming to him, I guess. You know, still hadn't figured out, I guess, what a jerk he is. But
The helicopter kid
Yeah.
with the literal
it's just
helicopter
like,
parent?
he's still, yeah,
Yeah.
he's still the jerk.
Yeah.
Right. But
I can't think of anyone that really stood out of those three. I mean, they were the main ones, right?
yeah.
The
What'd y'all
others
think
sort
of Lydia? Lydia was the lady who worked at the school and was also a waitress part-time.
Oh, that he had a little love
She was
interest.
nice. She was nice, yeah.
Party host.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough. It was bittersweet because then,
Yeah, I mean, she seemed like she liked him, and then
Right,
turned
that was
around
confusing.
and had somebody else in her life.
It made
was
you
like,
think
wait,
that,
why
yeah.
was she like leading him on, or maybe she's just being friendly?
that's the story of his life.
But yeah, like he just
Literally. Yeah.
I know that's what
Every little
his
glimmer of hope.
expression said it all, right?
Yeah.
Just a little hope in his life, and then boom.
Boom.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we think of the headmaster?
Typical boarding school, political,
Yeah. It just
yeah.
Just playing his role, huh?
Playing his role.
Doing what he has to do. Money talks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much. Trying to get the money in, and you meet the mission and move on.
Appease the parents.
He didn't want to rock the boat, and obviously
He
he
doesn't have
was
his
causing trouble.
teachers' backs, you know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
He was as much a pawn as the rest of us. Or
Right.
them.
Yeah.
It's just
right.
the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, Kristen, is there a memorable or funniest scene that sticks out to you?
I'm trying to think back. Bowling alley?
Well, what was the deal with the balls?
The balls are very small.
Do some
They called
people?
it 10 pin or something.
Okay, so it's
they
a
would say
different
it's
version, I
thing.
guess, of bowling.
Different kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever took off. I haven't seen it nowadays.
No, I mean, I was thinking, okay, this would take up less room maybe, so you could get more lanes in your alley, but it didn't take up that much less room, so it wasn't like it was really accomplishing anything.
Yeah. No, it was like at the bar when he was like being philosophical to Drunk Santa, and there's a little humor there, but I'm trying to think some of the other funny moments. There's glimmers of hope funny throughout the movie. I'm just trying to remember. You remember any?
Funny
Yeah.
scenes?
What funny scenes?
There were little funny scenes, but nothing jumps. I can't remember one that jumps right out. I didn't see it as a funny movie.
No.
Yeah.
Did
At
you
all.
enjoy the relocating the dislocated shoulder part?
They couldn't look.
The look on his face, that was funny when he realized, oh, I am in deep, you know what, because he just did something.
And
to
you're way out
himself.
in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
with a mean teacher.
No, when he jumped in the gym and
Yeah, but then he's
the
gotta
look
get
of his
somewhere to
face.
get taken
the
care of.
panic, right?
Yeah.
Because he was going back. He was having PTSD of when he went through that traumatic period at Harvard. And so he was like, I'm going to lose my job over this. And ironically, he lost his job, but he felt better and saved this young man's life.
Yeah.
Really. Mm-hmm. And that was the best part for me in the movie, when he stood up to his parents, he stood up to the power people and said, I'm not putting up with it, and decided to sacrifice his job and his life. But
Well, and hopefully his life will lead a different direction that
Right.
maybe will be better for him.
absolutely, yeah. So he closed that door and opened another, right? But he saved the kid. I mean, that is what a good teacher does, right? Educates and saves the kid. That was cool.
Yeah, maybe it was bringing back kind of what you said. When he was younger, he made those mistakes, and so he's had to live with it all this time. And since he's so much older, he would rather just change what he's doing now so that this young kid doesn't have to go through what he did in
That's
his own
exactly
life.
right. He sacrificed.
Yes.
Yeah. He saw he was trapped, and his whole life was as a consequence of the decisions he made.
When he was younger.
And it was too late for him, but he
Right.
could save this young man's life.
Right.
That was the cool thing about it. It's, you think that, and ironically, you think that it's all about the kid, but the movie actually was both sides. It comes back. The kid actually helped him get out of his environment, his trap.
Yeah.
He opened the door. But you don't think about that. You think it's about the kid, but it was actually about the professor at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
Totally agree. It went from adversarial to buddies.
Right.
And Matt expressed it so well. There was another film like this where the antagonist ends up saving the protagonist.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's where this one went. Oh, it was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles a few episodes ago, where John Candy's character annoys the hell out of Steve Martin's character. I don't remember their names. I think Steve Martin's was Neil. And by the end, they're buddies, of course. But really, John Candy's character, the antagonist, was needed by Neil, Steve Martin's character.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they did a good job just starting out before any of the kids had left for the winter break, and they're all in class, and he's still giving them assignments.
Right.
They had all failed their test, and then he's going to give them another chance to retake the test. But, oh, wait, it's not going to be this test. It's going to be, well, this stuff plus more material, right, that they were going to have to study. And you're just thinking to yourself, he's heartless, you know. Yeah. They just want to go off on winter break and not even think about school right now and just have fun. And he's giving them more assignments. And I feel like they really set it up at the beginning that you kind of really hate this guy. Mm-hmm. Or like, wow, you know, he's such a jerk. But then as it's playing along, you realize where it's coming from and you feel sorry for him.
Right.
Salve, gentlemen. Your final exams. I can tell by your faces that many of you are shocked at the outcome. I, on the other hand, am not, because I have had the misfortune of teaching you this semester, and even with my ocular limitations, I witnessed firsthand your glazed, uncomprehending expressions.
Sir, I don't understand.
That's glaringly apparent.
No, it's... I can't fail this class.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Mr. Coates. I truly believe that you can.
I'm supposed to go to Cornell.
Unlikely.
Please, sir, my test's gonna flip out.
Yeah, it's the writer challenging themselves to take this despicable guy at the beginning and somehow convince the audience along the way with little bitty glimmers that this guy might be redeemable and maybe by the end you'll be rooting for him, and they pull it off.
Yeah.
I think they got this from...
Yeah, he turned into lovable in the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe he just didn't know, because when, I forget her name, the coworker that worked at the diner as well.
Lydia.
When Lydia said, no, you need to make this memorable and special for this child. And he's like, why? You know, he's a pain in the butt or whatever he said about him. And she goes, but that's all the more reason. He's not wanted anywhere. You can't make him not feel wanted at home or here. And he took it to heart, and that's when he went and got that other Christmas tree, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. You're right. It was Christmas Eve.
But maybe he just needed someone to turn his mind around to see it that way, you know?
Yeah, wake him up from his being trapped. He was bitter and saw the
Seems
spoiled
like a lot of
kids.
Christmas movies have the bitter character that gets turned and becomes, you know, it's like the Mr. Scrooge.
We all
theme.
love a redemption story, don't we?
Yeah.
So what do y'all think was the saddest part? I'm going to give you a few options.
Okay.
Number one, Angus's phone call with his mother when he's finding out that he's going to be one of the holdovers. Number two, Angus goes to see his father. Number three, Lydia kisses her boyfriend. Which one got you the most?
No, I think probably the father one.
The first one for me. I mean, to tell your child basically, you're not welcome, you just stay there. I mean, that's just
Well, it was
cold.
to me that's hard to believe a mother would even do that to their kid over some guy she's just starting to see or new husband. I don't know.
I
if
think
they
that
married,
I think that happens more than you realize.
Yeah, I mean it's super sad.
Yeah.
That made me more angry than sad. I think like
Yeah.
why could a mother do that? How could a mother
Right,
do that?
Right.
But the despair in his eyes when his father just wasn't even present.
Yeah.
I think that was heartbreaking for the character. Sad to see.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. The first one, when the mother's like, no, you have to stay there. I want to go off. It was so selfish, right? She wanted to
Right.
go off on a trip with her boyfriend
Yeah.
and start a new life. And it was kind of saying, and
Discard him.
yeah, like, couldn't he go too? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
he could go on the trip as well, right?
Or do that trip in a week and a half.
Right. No, it's just an excuse. I mean,
Yeah,
she
it was,
just,
yeah, it
she was dumping
clear.
him.
It
yeah.
was clear. I
Right.
just don't want you
Yeah.
around right now.
Yeah.
And that was very, very sad. And he's begging her, "No, Mom, please." I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
Oh
heartbreaking.
no, yeah, that was
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was awful.
true. It was
That's-
sad. I think I just found that to be like, I don't know, like
You
not,
got
not
more-
as
you got more-
believable that somebody would actually do that. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You would hope not, but there's some really
Yeah.
Oh, and
sad
it's like-
cases
Parents out
out
there.
there.
That's when you start rooting for that kid, though. I mean, from then on,
yeah,
you can't help but like this jerk.
Right.
True.
somehow.
Well, and he shows his soft side with the little kid in the bedwetting scene.
Right.
Like, and you
That's
start
true.
to think, oh, it's not a bad kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think the funniest scene to me was when they did the Cherries Jubilee out in the parking lot.
Oh, right.
And what's ironic is even that funny scene was pretty sad because here they have this dessert they're going to enjoy, and then the fire won't go out. They throw it on the ground. They didn't get to eat it. I mean, that just totally sums up their situation.
I know. I felt the same way when I saw it. I'm like, it was funny and I laughed out loud, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, nothing works out. I'm like, these poor people, they just want dessert. And that's bogus because there's alcohol in this dessert.
Yeah.
You can't serve it to a minor. What? That's
Well,
crazy.
That to me, that was one of the many deep parts was how they worked around the system, the institution, to basically still have their dessert, despite the fact of it burning and they knocked it off. They basically worked together to make it happen for the boy. And that just shows if there's a will, right, you can get it done. You can do it. I thought that was the coolest part. I mean, for me was, oh, good for y'all. Y'all did that.
And he just wanted to see the fire, I think, for him.
Yeah, he just
I don't know
wanted-
that he wanted to eat it so much.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to see that effect.
Because it looked cool. He saw it in the restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the excitement of it and the flame and all that, yeah.
Yeah, it was ironic because earlier in the day we had a debate whether a non-adult child should be able to have a drink with their parents at a dinner. And then this came up in the film.
That's funny, yeah, we
And
did.
we all kind of had the same opinion.
At the
I
wine
mean,
ta- yeah,
if
at
you're
the
with
wine-
your guardian, come on.
Yeah,
It's pretty harmless. They got to learn to drink somewhere. That's where you want them to do it.
Right.
Right.
I think it is the law, though, that you can allow a kid with their parent present to have alcohol, but then some restaurants
at a
choose
certain-
not to
at a
allow
certain
it for
age.
their liquor licensing.
yeah, and it
but-
depends by
Yeah.
state. There's
Yeah.
a variety of different laws, but
Right.
State of Texas, I believe you can, unless the establishment decides it's their rule not to.
Right. Yeah.
Just playing it extra safe, I guess. All right. Quotable lines. Do we have any quotes that we recall that we want to bring back?
I thought it was funny when he said, I was praying to the God that I don't believe in.
That also sums him up.
I know, it really does.
He's so conflicted.
He
I love
is.
it.
Poor guy.
He's teaching at a religious school in 1970.
Right.
I mean, that would happen now, but wow.
But Meditations, he gave him Marcus Aurelius'
Yeah.
Meditations, and that's a phenomenal book. I mean,
Right.
Marcus Aurelius was incredible. I
Right.
mean, he was visionary in a lot of respects, and the fact that he was giving his gifts kind of said a lot about who he was to me.
Yeah, I have a quote. It's just going back to that sad phone call. And then right after where they're saying, I guess it was Paul, finding out that Angus will be a holdover, he said, oh, what happened to St. Kitts? Because he, Angus was blowing up that trip so big to all his buddies, and everyone knew where he was going.
Yep.
And again, another gut punch.
Yeah.
What about, it would curl your toes?
Oh, yes. That was a
He's
good
talking
one right
about,
there.
his relations when he was younger with, I guess.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
The opposite sex.
Yeah.
Yes. He's
was a
like,
killer.
Curl your toes.
he's like, you've
Casanova.
never been with a woman before. He goes, oh, I have. When I was younger, I don't even know how he phrased it, but he said, oh, my encounters would curl your toes if
Yeah.
you knew about them. Like,
There's
okay.
kind of,
Made you wonder. Curl.
those sort of short one-liners made it,
It was the
funny.
hu-
It was the
added
humor
humor,
that was
really.
needed very much
Yeah.
in this movie.
He was very witty. He was so
Yeah, he
he was
was.
so educated and
Yeah.
just so witty. He said,
Right.
life is like a henhouse ladder.
Yeah.
Short and full of shit. Is it full of shit or shitty? Remember that?
Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly which word he used, but
Yeah.
And then the big one is, history is not simply a study of the past, but an explanation of the present. That was pretty deep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some good lines in there for sure. He was a learned man, no doubt about it.
a funny one to me was when after the Christmas party and he comes into the kitchen and he's checking on Mary. He's like, how are you today? And she's like, I got a case of the cocktail flu.
Oh, right.
She's got that. That was a funny way to say I have a hangover from all I drank the night before.
The way you said it in the 70s.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one before. That was a first.
Thought it was funny.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to move on to the moral of the story or the character arc, which we've kind of
Both.
touched on already? So what would you say the moral of the story is?
I think be there for others. The others can be your family too,
Right.
Totally.
It's not always about the blood.
or your real family, maybe even. I mean, you think Christmas has to be certain ways, like certain things, certain traditions, certain people, but you can make it with others and friends and acquaintances. And, I mean, they did make the most of strangers, basically,
Yeah.
that made their Christmas.
How about you, Matt? You kind of stated it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was you've got this. The moral of the story is, well, there's a lot of different lessons there, but you've got this guy who looks to be a horrible, burned out, professor, instructor, and nobody likes him. And you don't know somebody's story. So the moral for me is never judge, never ever judge a person. They may look at that, but then if you don't really understand what happened to them, what their background is. In this case, he ended up being a bit of a gem, a diamond in the rough. On the outside, he looked awful, but he was a diamond because he actually sacrificed his job to save a kid. I mean, how many people would do that? So on the outside, he's alone and strange and, let out of society. But in reality, he was actually a really good guy. So never judged.
Yeah. And I think, too, it's about we're more alike than we even think we are, right? We all have something going on inside us. And each one of them thought, well, of course, he thought that the kids were just these rich kids who weren't appreciative, who had it easy and just total jerks.
Right.
And then the kids thought that he was just a total jerk, whatever. But they're all going through these life experiences that are not so pleasant, that kind of makes them unpleasant. But they were all really alike in the end. They just had drama,
That's
family drama, and things that they were trying to work through in their life. So I was just thinking through this when I was watching it. I was trying to think of the moral of the story, and I'm like, it's really about we're all in this together. And even though we might try to separate ourselves and say, oh, this group or these people are this way, and I'm not that way, but we kind of all are the same
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
It just might be with a different issue.
Yeah, you look at people with power and lots of money, and you look up to them and you say, wow, they must have the perfect life.
Yeah.
But when you actually peel the onion and look beneath the covers, you realize actually they don't.
Yeah.
In some ways, they have a worse life than somebody who doesn't have that. And that was kind of cool because, again, it shone a light on, you think this is privileged, elite kids, but they have their own set of problems.
Yeah.
And then they
It's
also
tough.
keep them secret, like his dad. He kept that whole thing secret,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he said his dad was dead, right?
That surprised, right?
Right.
Him. It shocked everybody. Like,
Right.
what? So everybody has those secrets and things. So, but it's not a perfect world. It's
No, it's not.
yeah,
For anybody, right?
yeah. So never judge because you never know what people are dealing with, right?
Yeah,
Or where
definitely.
they're coming from.
It's hard not to, but try your best, right?
Right.
To just maybe give that person the benefit of the doubt.
That's it.
And realize that there's a story. Everyone has
something
their story.
something creating that behavior
Yeah.
somewhere.
So I have a character arc, and I was thinking about Mary because she lost her son, and the school is doing what they can to support her. They mention her at that special ceremony at the end of the semester and acknowledge her son. And she has to grieve, of course, but I think a big part of her healing will be, let's say, enabling the help of Angus by Paul. But also, if you notice, she was going to help her nephew go to college.
Right.
So she kind of accepted that, hey, in a sense, well, in reality, my son is gone, but I'm going to take on others to be my children, in effect.
To give back, to help
Yeah.
your other human being. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet when she was visiting the sister and she put her son's old baby clothes in the drawer for the unborn nephew that was coming.
What did y'all think was going to be in that box?
A hat.
Yeah, it looked like
I thought it was going to be a military hat.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought it would be something of her son's. I didn't know if it would be photographs or what, but yeah, it did look like a hat box.
It looked like a hat box to me.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they wore
I thought
hats back then.
maybe Christmas ornaments, but then I was like, no, it's some kind of hat, like from his military service or something. But
Yeah.
Yeah. They all needed each other in their own unique way over
Yes.
the holidays, and they had no one else. So they bonded, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we've covered that. Now, does anyone have any hot takes here?
I feel like we kind of said one earlier, When they were at the party and Lydia was, it almost seemed like she was flirting a little with him, but then in walks the boyfriend. So was she really as nice as she was coming across,
Or is she fake?
Well,
I
that
agree.
surprised
She's
me.
acting.
I mean,
agree.
it's a hot take. Come on. I don't know if that's
No,
true.
I mean,
So you
was
think she was
Lydia-
a tease or what?
I mean, I don't know.
It was odd.
Am I
It was
stretching
odd.
this?
No, I think
Maybe it's
I
a
think
warm
you're-
take.
No, I
think
agree.
that's a hot
She
take.
was definitely implying that she was interested in him more than just as a buddy.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. It was
Yeah,
a
you're
shock.
kind of hopeful there'd be a little romance at the end for him.
Right.
But that was the
You'd
whole
have
movie,
somebody.
right? It was going really good.
It'd
and
be
then
like dangling.
bang,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And that was
The
the
carrot
bang
and
part. The guy comes in the front door and she kisses. I mean, that we should have come to expect that. You know, it seemed like that was it. Like the whole
Every
movie.
time the rug gets pulled out from under her.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have one. I'm going to say that by the end of this film, Paul is low-key wealthy. If you think about it, he has a very modest lifestyle, no family to support, worked at this school for, I'm guessing, 40 years.
Yeah. He's,
I
And
bet he's-
lived there. He lived there.
I mean, he's got to have a stash of cash
maybe she was after the money.
for his
You think he's loaded? You think he's
Lydia
a
was
stash
after
of
the money.
cash?
for his next, what we'll call, maybe we call it his third act, whatever the rest of his life will be. I feel like
Well, the
he's set
holdover
financially.
two. The holdover two is coming.
Yeah, Paul's
Girls'
spending spree, we'll call it. Paul, world traveler.
Oh, he had a lot of places he wanted to visit, I think, right?
Holdover two, filmed in Cambridge.
There you go.
All right. Well, the parent guide is rated R. Do you feel like that's appropriate?
Probably the scene on the vase at the museum was as R-rated as it got.
I was going to think what was the R? Then
Well,
I think it was the language.
I'm
Right.
shocked. I'm actually shocked by that when I think about it.
You are.
Yeah.
It's probably an F-bomb count. So you can only say the F word so many times, and you're automatically going to be an R movie.
That must have been it. Yeah.
And it definitely pushed that.
Interesting.
But yeah, besides that, it's pretty clean.
It's pretty clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have.
Yeah.
It was clearly PG-13 except for that language.
Right. Yeah. Just due to the content of
Yeah.
it with the
I
dealing
mean,
with the
I thought there
issues.
would be more basement scene, but then if it panned out, it was just a look down the top, and that was it.
hey,
I mean,
he's only 17.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
And I don't even know that he got a really good look. I think he was just trying, but she
Yeah.
knew what he was doing. So
it was very
She called him
awkward.
out.
Got a
seven-
kiss for it.
He did get
That's
a
I'd
kiss.
say like a
But
kiss
it-
turned both
but-
of their.
It didn't look like he'd ever kissed before. I mean, his lips all puckered up, and it was weird. It's like, anyway,
Well, he's at an all-boys school in the middle of Massachusetts.
so he probably
No,
never
so
kissed
maybe
her.
he
Probably was
hasn't.
his first kiss.
You are kidding me. Well, it could be. Anyway,
All right, let's talk about the soundtrack. This is a loaded soundtrack. 20 Christmas songs here.
no, 20?
Yeah.
My goodness.
10 others, non-Christmas songs, plus orchestral/instrumental background music. So we had "O Little Town of Bethlehem" by the Boys Choir at the very beginning. We had "Joy to the World" on the church organ at the end of the semester. Remember that dismissal service?
Yeah.
We also had little bits of "Silent Night," "The Little Drummer Boy," and on and on and on.
Right.
Mark Orton composed the orchestral, airy background music that, if you watch again, you'll notice. And there were like 7 or 8 little vignettes that accompany driving scenes and so forth. So they spared no expense on soundtrack here. I mean, it's one of the most loaded we've seen in quite a few films.
yeah.
And it fit. I mean, what y'all think of the music?
It gave you that Christmas feeling, the music.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it
when you
it
go
kept
through
you
how
in-
many Christmas songs that there were in the movie, that I don't know that I noticed all that, but
I think they were playing on that, right? If they're going to
That's a
play the
lot.
Christmas music, brings the feelings of Christmas out, but then you're in a boarding school, the whole scene, they needed to have that, bring that emotion out, that time, special time, but these people struggling. So
Yeah.
it was very effective, but I can't believe it was that many. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
no.
Yeah,
And
me
we
either.
had good
No.
70s pop music, or somewhat recognizable. They didn't go over the top with big hits, but they were familiar songs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember any. I was just born in 1970, so.
All right. Well, Kristen, what would you rate this film? 1 to 5, 5 being the best. And remember, it's a 4.2 on Letterboxd, and decimals are totally allowed here.
I mean, I think it was a good film and good acting, good storyline. I mean, it was engaging throughout the entire movie. I mean, it had its depressing storyline, I guess, going on. That you're thinking Christmas movies, this is going to make me happy, and
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But no, I think they did a great job. The acting was good, so yeah, I mean, 4.5.
All right.
I agree. Very good. So, Matt, how would you rate this one?
Same. I think 4.2 is not giving it enough justice.
All right, look at this. So, what's your number?
4.4, 4.5 would be my range.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay right there at 4.2. I think that's fair. The only thing I would say, because the acting I thought was great for sure, is that it felt a little long to me. That's all. So I'm going to keep it at 4.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is a really good film.
You like the scene with the bar where the guy dressed up as Father Christmas. I mean, you could probably cut that. I mean, that didn't really do much for me. Did that do much for you?
Yeah.
I mean, there were some parts there they probably could have cut, but it didn't feel long to me.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Oh,
How long
that's
was
good.
it? Do we know how long it was?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
So most movies are what, 2 hours?
Most are under.
Most are hour 45.
Really?
Christmas movies even shorter.
Okay.
But this was a drama, so it's
Yeah.
going to tend to be a little
So it was
longer.
longer than normal. Okay, I always thought movies were like 2 hours in my mind. You know, it seems like the movies are longer now. But,
Marvel movies are.
okay, but Christmas movies are. Yeah, I guess you run out of days at Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it kept us all awake. It's
It
not,
did.
It's not early.
We
We're up late.
started early.
Right.
So-
Almost midnight. It's past
Yeah.
my bedtime.
True.
So, we thought falling asleep was a real threat at the beginning of this
Yeah, we did.
adventure,
We had
and
a long
everyone
day.
stayed awake.
Well, I think
So,
the Sancerre helped from French Country Wise.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Helped or hurt?
Well, if it's in the morning, you can have a cocktail flu if you see how you feel. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is good organic stuff from Loire Valley, so you'll be all right. Won't be much of a flu, maybe a cold.
There you go.
All right, just a touch, right? I'll go ahead and say 4.3. I think it's solid. I think it'll be around. This will be one that will endure it's set 50 years ago, and I believe that in 10 or 20 years, it'll still be relevant. People will still watch it. The performances are so good, and it's a great change of pace from your normal holiday film. So 4.3.
So would you recommend it to someone to watch, Kristen? And if so, whom would you recommend it to?
Yeah, I would. I would recommend it to my other daughter, so she knows how lucky she is, right?
What great parents
What
she
great
has.
parents we are. What a nice Christmas we have every year.
That's right.
Right. Yeah, I think anybody who maybe takes Christmas for granted would be a good movie for them to watch, to put things in perspective.
And you, Matt, to whom would you recommend this?
Gosh, all the parents of prep or boarding schools. Yeah,
Send their
probably.
kids away.
Yeah, to minimize the holdover count every year.
Get those numbers down.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We got to bring those numbers down.
Does that
Yeah.
really exist?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it
The
does.
international students that don't get to go
Oh,
home,
I
probably.
think there's many
Yeah.
international students who are stuck. Absolutely.
It's a long
Yeah.
trip,
Yeah.
and it may not be their cultural holiday in their
Right.
family.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that happens at Thanksgiving, I think, with
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. I think I guess it would be anybody who judges too quick or criticizes people, or for me, that would be, you need to go watch this because you don't know anything about this guy or that girl, That's why they are the way they are. And it just helps a better understanding, I think, right?
Yeah, I agree with what you both just said, that maybe a child could watch it, or maybe a teenager, young adult, to be more appreciative of their parents and their Christmas. But also with what Matt said too, maybe parents who aren't appreciating being able to be a parent, because it is a blessing. Not everyone gets that chance, and maybe they take it for granted and don't realize what you're doing to your child when you're not allowing them to come home or spend the holidays with you, or not making them feel wanted.
Right? Loved.
Yeah.
All right, and I would recommend it to anyone. These people who kind of poo-poo Christmas movies as like fluff or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, if you need a deeper meaning, here's one for you. Dive into
Definitely.
this one.
Yeah, this is a deep one.
Yeah. It's a good one for us, I think, because I tend to be a little bit like that, to be honest.
There we go.
I mean, we can all be like
Become-
that a little, right?
Not another Jingle Bell,
Right.
Elf movie, please. Glad you didn't make us watch that one.
Oh, come on.
Now that's a hot take.
There you go.
Blasphemy.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
All right. Well, with all that being said, Kristen, what is your favorite holiday film?
My favorite holiday, probably one of those warm, fuzzy ones.
Uh-huh.
How about The Grinch That Stole Christmas? Because you get to drink every time they say who.
And are you
For the
talking about
games that go along with it.
Who
The-
in Whoville. Drink, drink, drink.
You're talking about the live action one with Jim Carrey? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. That one's come up quite a few times.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's coming up in the
Oh,
countdown.
you get the Christmas cheer along with the movie.
Yep.
Well, stay tuned. It's coming up in a few episodes.
Oh, good.
And Matt, what is your favorite holiday?
The one that always jumps out to me is Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation. I just love that movie because I've seen myself in him so many times, trying to fix lights and trying to please people, and he's just a very funny man. So
Yeah.
I love that one. That's the only one that really jumps in my head. I mean, I really don't get into the older ones as much. Feel good, rather just laugh. I just want to
Yeah.
laugh. Humor for me is that.
Yep.
Well, that's a good call. We haven't gotten there yet either, but we will.
Oh, is that on the list?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good one. Well, Kristen, is there anything that you would like to promote?
Other than the Sancerre from French Country Wine that's right next to me here. No, I'm good.
Okay.
And Matt, is there anything you'd like to promote?
If you're in Houston, stop by French Country Wines. We're a small wine shop in the West University Village. We specialize in importing small family-owned and produced wines that are organic or biodynamic and for reasonable prices. So we'd love to see you. We have tastings Saturdays, noon to 5. And you guys were there today, and I think you enjoyed it. So
It was
was
awesome.
wonderful.
We highly recommend it.
And this is year round?
year-round, yeah, every Saturday. So
Yeah,
if you want
we-
to try taste some quality wines
Yes.
and buy from us directly, come by. We can talk movies. How about that?
All right.
Maybe we need to do a wine podcast.
No, we're going to put in a big TV so I can see it coming, movies and wine.
Yeah, we could host your
Right.
next podcast in Houston with whoever you pick.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, and we participated in a flight today. It was wonderful and very reasonably priced, I will have to say. We
Yeah.
bought a few bottles.
Thank you for that.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for joining this discussion of our 16th ranked holiday film, The Holdovers. Please like, follow, and comment on this podcast.
Yes, please share and spread the word about Holiday Film Countdown. Thank you, Kristen and Matt, for joining us. And thanks to all our listeners. Next week, we're moving on to our 15th ranked holiday film, which will take us to Halloween Town.